and welcome back to the Looking Stylish YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about essential pieces to have in your wardrobe. Now, if you know me well, you'll know that I never like to dictate about items that you should have. But what I wanted to do here was just give you some ideas of things that I have in my wardrobe that are really useful, that help me create not only interesting outfits, but outfits that show off my personality as well. Without further ado, let's get started. So let's start with the pieces which generally have the colour in my wardrobe or add colour to an outfit. And they are my tops. And there are two types of tops that I tend to stock up on as and when I see them. If I see another one that I think will fit into my wardrobe well, then I will grab it. So I have got pieces that have been there for, some years, but each season I will try and add to them as well. So starting with the basic kind of silk camisole. And these are items that I have in my wardrobe in numerous colours and shapes, typically sleeveless like this. The gathering on here is really good for a full bust, so that's quite often something that I'll look for. So plain colours, and generally in silk or perhaps in a viscose or a fabric that falls really nicely. And these are items that will go underneath cardigans or jackets, and if I'm wearing an outfit of neutrals, these will then bring in that pop of colour. I also have them in neutrals as well, so this is one I picked up last summer, and it's got that little bit of ruffled detail on the neck to add a bit of interest. Then moving on from the little camisoles, it's blouses. And this one you've probably seen a couple of times, both on the blog and in previous videos. So this again was a new one that I picked up this year, and this one as well. And again, they're adding that little bit of colour and a little bit of interest to an outfit. And then every so often I will go for a designer piece if I find one. This one I actually found in the sale, so it worked out not much more expensive than our high street item. And this is a silk one from Diane von Furstenberg, and I have worn this so many times I can't tell you. I absolutely love it. Now, moving on from tops, the next thing that I think are real essentials for me are lightweight knits. And especially in the springtime and autumn. Even in the winter I do tend to prefer a lightweight knit because they work better on my shape. And again, because these are things that are going to be close to my face, they will either be in a colour or I might have them in a neutral and then pop a scarf or a necklace with them. There are a couple of pieces here which you will have seen before. There's this one which I got at the beginning of the season. It's probably going to be too hot to wear in the summer, but then again in the UK you never know. And then the second one, this little cardigan, which I absolutely love. That pop of bright spring colour. So again, I can wear this one over neutrals, or I could put it over another green. It'll be great later on when I'm wearing white pieces as well. The next essential piece that I like to have in my wardrobe is a pair of neutral trousers. And that obviously is because I do like to wear coloured tops. So trousers will usually be either navy blue. I've got for this season a camel coloured pair. These are the ones that I recommended from Marks and Spencer's. I will link the blog post below because these trousers are fabulous and definitely worth a try. And then I have a smarter tailored pair from M&M, which they're quite a heavy weight, so they won't go right through to the summer, but I will wear them 3 seasons of the year. And then I would also have a navy pair in my wardrobe. And in fact, I will probably have 2 or even 3 navy pairs. This pair is a cropped pair, and they're a little bit more casual because they have a ribbing effect on them. I also tend to go for a pair of navy chinos or a pair of navy cropped capri pants in the summertime. And I would also have a tailored pair of navy trousers. Unfortunately, the ones that have been my staples are now too big for me, so I need to either get them taken in or find an alternative to those. So the trousers, typically in key neutrals. In the summertime, I would probably put in some capri pants in colours as well. Last year I had a red pair, for example. And then the final thing in clothing is a dress. And the dress that has been an absolute staple for me for the last 6 years. I've worn it countless times, dressed up or dressed down, and it's been absolutely brilliant. It is black, unfortunately, but it is this very simple tank-shaped dress from Eileen Fisher, and it's in their silk jersey. What I love about it, and what I love about Eileen Fisher clothes in general, is the way they hang. They are cut so cleverly so that they really do give you the best figure possible. And this one, as I say, I've had it for 6 years. I have worn it, I actually wore it for my 50th birthday party. You can put a statement necklace with it and a pair of heels and it looks fabulous. You can wear it much more relaxed with a pair of flip-flops even in the summertime. And I've also worn it with this little mesh top over the top of it as well. I'll pop a picture in so that you can see what that looks like, because that sort of adds another dimension to it. So what I will probably do this summer, or actually when I'm in Dallas in a few weeks' time, is have a look in Eileen Fisher and see if they've done this kind of thing in any other colours. It is a staple piece that they tend to do year after year, so I would actually really like a new version and perhaps a coloured version, so I will be looking out for that. Moving on now to accessories, and there are a couple of things which are absolutely key for me. Generally I will have something on the neck, unless like this top it's already got its own decoration, but I possibly would put a little necklace with this as well. So if I have a simple neckline, or if I have a round neckline that's quite high, because of my bust I prefer a V or something that sort of takes the eye away from that. So if I'm wearing, say, a round neck dress, I will either put a necklace or a scarf on it. So scarf essentials, I've got a couple here that again I've had for years. This one is a very old Armani scarf, and I absolutely love the muted colours in it. And that one is great if you're wearing a neutral outfit, or if I'm wearing something with red, then I will pop that one in. And the lovely thing about these silk scarves is because they're quite big, you can tie them in quite a few different ways. And then the second one is this Liberty print one, which my husband bought me for Christmas a few years ago. And again, it tends to come out more in the winter because of the burgundies and navy blue. But again, that's another one that I have worn and worn. Then for this season, I've picked up a couple of extra ones from Capital Accessories. This one you'll have seen in my spring lookbook, because I've got a few pieces this season with the yellow, the khaki and the orange in them. And then also this one, again I love these lovely rich autumnal colours in that one. So scarves always in my wardrobe, and I'd recommend that you do get a couple that are in some great colours, because if you're wearing a very simple neutral outfit, you can just make it look completely different by adding a scarf. Then if I'm not wearing a scarf, I would probably be wearing a necklace. And again, there are a few key pieces. I love buying accessories, so I have loads of necklaces, but there are a couple that I would say I couldn't be without. And one of them is some form of pearls. This one I got in the sale earlier in the season. It's a Weekend Max Mara one. And I've got a couple of their necklaces. They're definitely worth looking at for accessories. They do some great statement necklaces. So this set of pearls I've got, and I also had another set of pearls which I have worn a lot, a long pair which you can double up as well. This is another one from Weekend Max Mara. Again, it gives a little bit of a statement on a very plain outfit. So something that's got these kind of chunky beads in will work really well. Just one note, if you're petite, then I would go for something smaller than this because you want to take the scale down a little bit. This is another great one which I bought a couple of years ago. This was from Hobbs. Hobbs also do some really good jewelleries, accessories, so they are worth looking at. And again, this one is great in the summertime actually. It's really nice with navies and whites. So in fact, I mean, it goes with absolutely anything because it's neutral in colour. And then I'll tend to have something that's got a little bit of gold or glitz in it. This one's beautiful, it's made from Venetian glass. I don't know whether you can actually still get this necklace, but I will link the company down below because they do some fabulous necklaces and earrings, and in so many different colours as well. So that's a long one, but again, I have worn it doubled up. So other than necklaces, the other accessory which I love to have, which I think you can wear them anytime, even if it's not sunny, and yes, it's a great pair of sunglasses. So I think a classic pair is great to have in your wardrobe, in your accessories wardrobe. This is a Gucci pair, and I love them because they've got that imitation of the bamboo handle that Gucci does on their handbags in the metal here. So those are just a classic everyday pair. So I think, you know, if you get yourself a classic everyday pair in a colour that works for you, and then a pair that I showed in last week's video, the statement pair. Then on to handbags, but again, there are a couple of key ones which I think is worth having in your wardrobe. And the first one that I've been using a lot is this one. This again is from Capsule Accessories. It's a really decent sized handbag. So if you're out for the day and you need to be carrying a lot around with you, it's perfect. It goes over the shoulder, or you can hold it down in your hand. It's got so much space in it. I also like the fact that it's got a zip top to it because that gives it that bit of security. And there is also a zip on the back, so you could pop your phone in there so that you can find it easily. So that one, neutral colour. For me, it would either be navy, summer or winter. In the winter, it might be a chocolate brown. So a great sort of neutral, decent sized handbag is key for me. And the second one that I've just recently got is this smaller one in a cream, which I think with navies and reds in the summertime is going to be lovely. And again, although it's a lot smaller, it actually is quite a decent size. You can get a lot in there, and it has the zip top to it. It also has a long strap so that you can wear it over the shoulder as well. So that one has, I'm really pleased with, so I will link that as well. And then one that is a little bit more of a statement handbag, a little bit more of a special handbag, is my Mulberry Lily, which I absolutely love. Again, it's quite a decent size. I have used it during the daytime. I have also used it in the evening as well. So typically with the handbags, I would have a decent size neutral one, perhaps a second smaller neutral one I think is key to have, and then something that's in a statement colour that you really love, that's a bit more of a special occasion one. And then finally, a couple of pairs of shoes. I think it's really worth having a decent pair of court shoes in your wardrobe because you know, any occasion that pops up, if you've got a decent neutral court shoe, you can add it to an outfit. I tend not to wear heels very often, but I have found that if you go for something with a block heel, they are much easier to wear, they're much more comfortable, and you feel much more balanced. And so these I can actually wear all day without any problem at all. So for me, again, I'd go for a navy. I might go for a brown in the winter, or you could go for a neutral or a nude colour for the summer as well. So any summer occasions. I mean, these actually I would even wear with jeans to dress them up a bit too. So I think that's an essential. And I think if you're going to buy one pair, go for a really nice quality pair. And get a pair that are going to last you. And then what I tend to wear most of the time is flats. So I've just bought this pair in. These are really old now, and they were from John Lewis, but I just love them because of the animal print. I also like the shape of them. So it's flats that I tend to buy more often. These are probably a little bit more winter. I'll probably stop wearing them when we really get into spring. So something that's a little bit fun, I would say, have a pair of flats, and again, a good idea is to have a neutral pair of flats as well. So those are my key wardrobe pieces. As I said, yours will probably be different, but I hope that's given you some ideas of the kind of things that are worth having in your wardrobe. As usual, I will insert a few pictures so that you can see how I wear some of these pieces. I hope that was useful. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see in the future, please leave them in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. It's good for me to see how many people like the video so that I know that it was one that was worthwhile doing. And don't forget to subscribe, then you'll get notified of when we release a new video. So thanks again. See you next time. Bye for now.